Alright, well, this is the DY to Richmond service. Alright, let's take a quick tour. So, Strathfield, Manly, on the North Harbour, deep into Balgowlah, under this very shallow point. This is a shallow point in the spit, and then under winding up to Spit Junction, straight across to Neutral Bay, following the ridge more or less, and then slowing down using the old stub tunnels and North Sydney, stopping North Sydney, and then joining the line from Hornsby, which I haven't fully drawn up, which you'll see later, then round to Nelson's Point, and across the Harbour Bridge, down into Wynyard. Currently there's 8,865 people at Wynyard currently. Well, it's a shame not running any trains. Oh well. Okay, round to Town Hall. That's a tram, not a train. The tram is over the train station. And then round on the old tunnels, and then viaduct to Central Station. Existing platforms there. Then through Central Yard, a bunch of flying junctions. Into Redfern Station. This is the existing alignment currently. Why do I sound so weird? Anyway. Then through Illawarra Yard, a new, what would you call that? Like a fast rail junction, rather than the old one, which is over here, which trains are supposed to slow down for. So this is like a fast flying junction that slow down too much. And then right along the line around Newtown, Elizabeth Station, Stanmore, Petersham, Lewisham, which has been relocated, pushed up. Now that's probably not going to happen in real life, but I just thought I'd try to do it. Really wish I could join them. Like say that these are transfer stations, even though there's a bit of a walk, but it'd have some infrastructure anyway. Through Summerhill. Now these trains will all take the main line now, and the suburban line's on the middle, which I haven't put a line on yet, but yeah. And Ashfield, Croydon, stopping at Burwood, that's a new thing, and into Strathfield. This is where the intercity trains dive. So these are from the Blue Mountains and from the Central Coast, these intercity services, and the Blue Mountains trains have to mix, unfortunately, later down the line with the Harbour Bridge sector. Nothing I can do about that, but I've got some things done, so the problem can be sort of dealt with as efficiently as possible. So, out of Strathfield. Now this is a new tunnel dive up here, just a quick tunnel dive for the intercity trains to bypass Homebush. Now I wonder why I did that. There must have been a reason. Well, I can't remember why I did that anymore. Oh well, maybe I'll get rid of it. We'll see. Anyway, through Homebush, again, not intermingling with the, well, I'm going to call it Inner West Line trains that run now to Olympic Park, but whatever. I see what I was doing. I was trying for some reason to keep the Blue Mountains trains as separate as possible. I'm probably going to delete that tunnel here. I don't really need it. They'll just go on the main line. And then Flemington. Now I'm probably going to do a bunch of changes here because I'm going to delete that. I don't even know. Oh, that's an existing. I have to check. No, damn. Anyway, now here's interesting. The Harbour Bridge sector, so the DY to Richmond line, goes through Flemington without stopping, but it now takes over what used to be the South Line tracks, and the tracks used for the South Line, and that's always a stopping service usually. Now the only service that stops is actually above Flemington Station. You can see this ESR train departing. It stops all stations to Olympic Park. Interesting. Oh, also the reason why it's a viaduct before the station is because I'm not sure I can make it up over the big road, whatever that's called, Centenary Drive. Leaving Flemington at the base level. I have to revise that. This yellow line might be actually on the main line still, and then switch over here-ish. Well, anyway, current alignment takes the local tracks, stopping Lidcombe. Now the BMTs would run on the main line here as express services. They stop at Lincoln, but not like Auburn and stuff. Auburn, stopping Auburn, not intercity trains. Here's some of the depots. Stopping Granville, over Parramatta Road, and the new, well actually it's like, currently it goes like that, the opposite, but I have to change it around to this. Trains changed then to the main line. Don't stop, they do stop at Harris Park, but not the intercity trains don't stop there. But they're on the same track, so that's a bit annoying, but oh well. And stopping Parramatta. And then I have to continue drawing out the lines. But this platform here, the existing local platform, will be a terminus for the what's that area down there? In Wollondilly and Wagga trains, not Wagga, Wollongong trains and stuff. And the suburban train will have an interchange up here with the sort of new mainline / Crossrail service, which I haven't finished. I should make some adjustments. This is a HSR line, but I don't think I'm sure that's going to work out. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I've done so far. Obviously, paying attention to detail, surprise. Yeah, I'll talk about other lines, some of which you can see are operating later. The reason why I haven't done the trams and extended them is, first of all, I'm going to have to add a platform at Moore Park because it's too congested as a transfer station. But you'll see here, for example, no, that's not very good. Here, this is a better example. Tram track. I want to go across. I can't do that currently. You're not allowed to have what's called a diamond interchange, or like the tracks aren't allowed to cross on the same level. But that's coming very soon in the sim, so I'm going to wait for that and then start adding in more southeastern light rail services. As you can see, I've drawn them all out already. So through Kingsford, UNSW, stopping. So it's interesting. The L train stops up here at UNSW. Then its next stop is 3.5 kilometres later at Maroubra Junction, and I've left the light rail to do all the stopping in the middle. Yeah, and so that's Beach. And through Long Bay, there's another depot, because I don't think you can store so many trams up at the racecourse. Plus, imagine every morning having to go all the way down to La Perouse to start your service. Fuck that. So instead, they start down to La Perouse. But you'll see sometimes I've just added some little ground sections, because the tram track's limited to quite a slow speed, so I wanted to speed it up a bit. So in certain places, I've like here between Pioneer Park and Malabar, I've added ground tracks. So this is slow, then quick, slow, quick along here, slow into Maroubra. I think I did some later, but you can't really see it now because the L is in the way. Anyway, you can see the detail is pretty, is getting pretty good. Redfern is too small and skinny to actually fit them properly, so I had to make them little fake tunnels just to get out the tracks out of the platforms on either side. Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? One thing I would note, just while we, I have to fix that. But anyway, yeah, so I put the airport tunnel and dove into the spare platforms above the Eastern Suburbs Railway, and then I have a stop at Capital Square. That's why I did it that way, and then it goes up to the City West station. Again, these should all be in the sim as marked as a transfer station. I wish I could do that somehow, but I don't know how to do it. Anyway, but yeah, because I have a bunch of alignments that you use. This one here, so hey Mark, I'm going to abandon that. This is not going to happen, this one. But this is the new main line, and this is light rail, and this here is the what I'm calling the River Metro. So it's an automated rapid transit system in the same vein as the new Macquarie Metro, i.e. Sydney Metro being finished at the moment to Bankstown. You can argue about details that I'm not getting completely right. For example, it is the Sydney Metro, which I'm calling the Macquarie Metro, is running between Chatswood to Tallawong Station via Macquarie Park and Macquarie Uni, hence Macquarie Metro, FYI. Anyway, yeah. So you can see that this is another option I explored for diverting the airport tunnels. This one would involve a lot more work because you'd have to sort of take, well, it's just ugly ass building there and some little historic terraces there, up, open the road, basically knock down to the tunnel underneath, and then start rebuilding the whole bottom of it so we can dive to make it under the central yard, to then go on a railway square to the Haymarket station to transfer with the new main line. The new Western Main Line, which I'm proposing here, which I've been calling Crossrail for a few years now. I like taking the airport tunnel over this way, however, light rail, which will run down sort of Burke Street through Green Square and Redfern and stuff, see Green Square and all that, it's a slower way to get around, but it will go through Railway Square and then either down George Street or down to the Pitt Street corridor, or maybe around, no, it won't go around this, but they'll go down the Pitt Street corridor. So, should I have the railway go to the western side of the city, to Haymarket there, new main line, and you can change to Railway Square. I wish you could just draw like a sort of pedestrian tunnel, but anyway you can't. Or go to Surrey Hills side of Central, which is not really close to much in terms of like the city. It's kind of right on the edge, and then have a nice Capital Square station just south of World Square, which would be really cool. And then up to the west, and around to Piedmont. Again, this should be a transfer, but I can't do that, which is super annoying. Anzac High Speed Rail Terminus, Rozelle, Drummoyne, Birkenhead Point, which is the best option, alright? In my opinion, I'm not taking just like catchment, like Leon's Road. I'm also talking about like different ways of meeting activity that people want and drawing people in and stuff. So like there's the Baywalk here, you can take, I'm going to build an aerial gondola to Spectacle Island and Cockatoo Island, so it'll be like a little hub there. Maybe have various stuff, I don't know. That'd be there. Anyway, a sort of scenic bridge, make it pretty, near the Gladesville Bridge here, dive back in to the hillside, and then it'll continue further along, but I haven't done that yet. Anyway, this is getting a bit long now, it's about 13 minutes, so I'm going to cancel this for now. Let's see here. And yeah, I'll talk about more of it later. Woohoo! Alright, catch you guys later. Bye-bye.